All right, super short and easy here. I'm not even gonna bother like clearing out my desktop. So fired up infosec prep on proving grounds. It's incredibly easy. Like not even kidding around. You start by doing nmap. Come on. All right. So you do nmap, and it gives you ports 22 and 80. And operating system scan v prep.local. Oh, whatever. So, uh, yeah, and so it's going to give us open port 22 and 80. So then we run Go Buster, Deer Buster, etc. against it, and that just gives us whatever. It's a rabbit hole because the real interesting thing is the robots.txt, which is very capture the flaggy, but this is a 5-point box. It's whatever. Disallow secret.txt. All right. You look at this. Gives you some data, which looks to be base 64. So then I must have gotten rid of my cyber chef. It may still even be in here. It's not. It's fine. We put this into cyber chef. Copy. Paste. Say from base 64. I don't know why that took a double click. It automatically removes non-alphabet characters. You see if you do that, it's a blah, 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 blah. So you got this, and you see, obviously, you have an SSH private key. So it's super easy. This image didn't automatically have a .ssh directory, so I made it. And then I made a ID RC RSA document with just that information because that's how it works. If you don't know that's how it works, you go SSH, and this is the user. I'll go over how we know that's the user. Local. You go SSHV, and you see in the beginning identity file. This is where it's looking, so that's how you know. Now, how do I know that's the user ID? It was super easy. You just go, and I can't type tonight. You just go here, and it says only user on the box OSCP. Super easy. So we're on the box, and we need to escalate privileges. So the way to do it, which isn't a terrible guideline in general, is you find all the SUID binaries and files, etc. And most interestingly, you have bash. So you go bash p, and that gives you root. So the one thing that I wasn't aware of is what bash p does. So you go man bash, no pun intended. What does p do? Oops. Jeez. POSIX. There we go. Trying to find it in here. All right. Follows the POSIX standard. If the shell is started with the effective user ID not equal to the real user or group ID, and the P option is not supplied, then what it'll do is it'll basically execute it as your user. But if you do supply the P option, then the effective user ID is not reset. So that's why that's important. Because normally when you execute it, yeah, it's owned by root, but when you execute it, it's executed by you. Whereas that sticky bit, the SUID, I keep calling it sticky, means that it's going to execute as root. If you don't use the POSIX option, it's still going to default to your user ID. So it's just something technical to know.